Your boy 1D215 back on live. And I want to thank y'all for being in here, for the ones that's slowly coming in. We gonna get to it. Chop it up for a little while. I don't know how long this live gonna be. But we gonna chop it up on this Sunday evening. When you coming through, just if you be so kindly to hit that like button, do a whole lot for the live and getting it out there to the people that need to see it. And I appreciate y'all for coming in. What's up, bro? Y'all see that title. Let me get into it in short order. We went live last night. I didn't think I was going to be doing the live tonight, but I said, why not? I got some time to kill and we can chop it up. Can y'all please hit that like button? Because I'm about to get right into it. Y'all see the title about social media causing and bringing more problems than answers. Then you that know and follow my channel, y'all know I am against social media. I don't think it brings anything. Well, you know what, I rehash that. It brings some good, but mostly bad. When you're thinking about society in modern times, it's just at this point we all gotta somewhat agree to that, whether you like social media or not. I just don't think it's one of them things that it's helping society. But in this live, I'm gonna take it a step further because we know that social media, for the most part, has been detrimental to society. We just know. Even the ones that's naive and don't want to believe it, they even gotta think that, in the back of their mind, like, well, it is a bit much. Every time you turn around, it's something. So it's one of them things. But I'm gonna take it a step further because I ain't gonna lie to y'all. If I'm being all the way real, I don't believe men should even indulge in social media on that level. Now, follow me on this because it's gonna sound a little crazy, but just bear with me. Y'all all know I don't look at YouTube as social media. I look at it as a form of social media. And even if it was social media, I look at it like if you bringing something to the platform, then that's different. I get sick of hearing us guys complain, bitch and moan about all these things, all the societal norms, whether it's with women, modern times, society, and then turn around and feed the propaganda, feed the very thing that we say we're against. We right there frontlining, whether it's IG, whether it's lusting over IG posts, IG baddies, telling women you want to drink their bath water on Facebook, OnlyFans models, whatever the case may be. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And obviously, I know it ain't all men because I'm one of the men that don't contribute to that. So I know it ain't all men, but let's keep it a buck. Some of the guys that's so-called against it are also with it in the same fashion. And it's like, why is things, people ask, why are things the way they are? But sometimes we contribute to it. And I'm going to get to y'all comments in short order, I promise, but I just got to get this off. It's one of them things, it's like, it's hypocritical, obviously, at an all-time level. I tell y'all one thing about me. I'm not perfect. I'm not holier than thou. I'm not filthy rich. I'm no GQ centerfold. But one thing about me is I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not going to get on this platform every day, every other day, and talk about society and social norms and how things are dumbed down and watered down, and nobody has a mind of their own because it's things like social media and validation and gaslighting and attention seeking, and then turn around and go on OnlyFans and tell a woman I want to drink her bath water. I'm not doing that. I'm not. I'm not going to say all them things and turn around and get on Instagram and throw kissing emojis to some slut in the middle of Wisconsin shaking her ass on the webcam. I'm not. Does that make me perfect? No. But what it makes me is a man that practice what he preach. And I see it, fellas. I see it all the time. Like I said, it ain't all of us. But some of the guys I ain't gonna say necessarily in this chat, but some of the guys that follow my channel and agree with the things I put out there are these same guys that's turning around, giving that validation, giving that attention, gaslighting, um, the whole nine. And it's like, this is part of the problem. Hence the title. Social media is causing more problems than it is answers, because it's one of them things. It just is. And y'all know me. I want to do away with social media, and if that means YouTube as well, so be it. But at the same time, I know it ain't going nowhere. So I'm real about what it is, but that don't mean I'm succumbing to the ways and the norms of it. You feel me? It's just one of them things, and it strikes a nerve with me. That's why I talk about it a lot. It really does, because it has fucked up a lot that goes on in modern times. It has. People ain't people. People are a figment of their imagination. People are fictional creatures at this point. People aren't people. And it ain't because it's 2026. It ain't because people have grown to be this way. It ain't because it's just the times. It's the singular reason of that is social media. Why you think you can't have a conversation, a regular everyday conversation with another person like you used to? Everything is through the phone. Everything is text me or tweet me or DM me. People can't have normal thoughts. People can't have organic thoughts. Most of the things that people say is filtered through what somebody else says or what somebody else is about. And I don't like where it's headed. I just don't. Um, Give me a minute to get to y'all comments. Appreciate the sub. Appreciate the likes. Who we got up in here? Tell me what y'all think about that, though. And I'm gonna get into the other portion of what I started out. I just want to get to some of y'all comments. The need for attention kill everything. Facts. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's the need for attention. And if we speaking about women, because women always want the attention, yeah, you can say that. But like my man just said, my man Graham like my man Graham just said, it's because women want attention at an all-time high now. And I'm not even going to just put this on the women. Women want attention way more than men, but men want attention too. And that's why I'm going to get at with the whole, I don't even believe men should really even be on social media unless they bring in something to the platform. And when I say not be on there, I don't mean all like just overall. I mean the men that get on the that's on social media for recreational purposes at a level unforeseen, at an all-time level. These guys that's telling people to hit them up on IG instead of hit me up on my phone. These guys that you got men out here that are regular everyday guys. And this is how I know it's for validation. And this is where I go back with the gaslighting, fellas. Because the things that a lot of men post show what type of men they are. It show who they catering to and what they looking for. Anytime you got men, grown-ass men, posting things like pictures of plates at restaurants. Let me tell you something. I've been a man for 40 plus years. That is not a thing. What that is, I'm going to tell you what that is. And y'all tell me whether y'all agree or not. Unless you are in the culinary field, you're a foodie at an all-time level, you bring some type of, you're a food critic or whatever. Unless you're any of them things, if you're just an everyday Joe, what men do when they showing plates of food is to validate themselves towards women. That's what that is. And don't get me wrong, it don't bother me in the slightest. But the human mind is the human mind. If you got one post of you standing in front of your car, another post of you sitting on your porch, and then 30 posts of different plate, that's not who you are. That's you showing women, this could be you. I'm an outgoing guy. Look at where I went. Look at this. Look at that. And while that's not a crime, it don't make you a bastard. It shows that you're feeding the propaganda. You're feeding the BS to these women. And this is why their heads is blown up. This is why they're at an all-time high with dysfunction, and they think the wrong things of themselves. They put themselves on this level because men are even feeding into it. And women think of that. When women see a bunch of men on social media doing the same thing they do, it's like, okay, these supposed to be the logical people. And they're with it. So it is what it is. And don't get me wrong, at the end of the day, it ain't about what women think, because who cares? But it's just an example. It just goes to show how dug in we are in the social media landscape, where you got grown ass men showing plates of Alfredo for no apparent reason. For no, I don't get it. And I'm not sexist, but that's a female trait. It's a female trait to show your dish at a restaurant. It just is. Like I said, unless you are that foodie, unless you are that chef, unless you are that food content creator, and you're known for doing this. Regular everyday guys don't just go to no place and snap a picture of their plate and put it on Instagram. Who is that for? You gotta say that to yourself. I know who it's for, but a lot of people don't look at it like that. It's for the ladies, and while there's no harm in flexing your muscles, so to speak, to attract the ladies, that's just what we do. That's what men do. It just gives off a weakness. It gives off as very weak, very. And that's the number one thing I seen with the change in the culture is men are out here flaunting like women. They're parading. A lot of these guys is acting like divas. But we can't point the finger at the other gender and say they nonsensical and they're hypergamous and they're delusional. And then you pull up some of these guys' profile And it's the same type of captions and the same type of posts and the same type of poses and the same type of phrases that most of these women are running amok with. Because that's what's happening. I don't even have social media, and I know that. I don't have an IG or a Facebook. But if I know it, I know most of you guys know it. And it's like we can't be hypocrites. None of us perfect, but we can't be hypocrites on that level. It's just wild. And it's a thing. And I used to laugh at it, but at this, like as it becomes a problem more and more, it's nothing funny about it. I used to laugh at it in a certain way. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. You know, I got my immaturity levels to me too, where I laugh at dumb shit. Like it's like, oh wow, like this guy really showed the plate of linguine on a Friday night. What is he trying to prove? And I laugh at it in a matter of fact way. But now it's at the point where I don't laugh no more. I shake my head because it's like you're seeking that same attention that you say women are seeking. Because there's no reason for everyday Joe to be snapping pictures of every play he get every time he go out. That is look at me. That is, this could be you if you rub elbows with a guy like me. See, I like to go out. I'm adventurous. And like I said, while there's no crime in that because men, just our nature, we like to show our worth to women on whatever level. It might not even be on social media. It just could be just in life. We like to look attractive to the opposite sex. And if that's a way, then that's crazy, but it is what it is. The thought process isn't the problem. It's the actual context of which you thought it. It's like, wait, that's your go-to? You know, and to me is wow. I never thought, and these be some of the most quote unquote roughest, toughest, whatever. But you got chicken tikka masala all over your thing to show what? What is that showing? That you like to eat or what? Like you go out from time to time and eat 4 course meal. I don't know what that's saying. It's damn sure ain't just saying, oh, you know, I consumed food tonight. I consumed some food. It ain't that simple. It's I'm out. This is where I'm at. Look at the decor on that plate. Men don't act like that. Real men. And I'm not acting like I'm Incredible Hulk, but I'm a masculine man. I believe in masculinity. I do. And some things are not masculine at all. It gives off as weak. It gives off as shallow. It gives off, look at me. It gives off, I'm thirsty. And at the same time, it also gives off as I'm a hypocrite. Because some of these same guys that post stuff like that are the same men that's saying, look at these women, man. They they thirst trapping. They this, they that. They too much. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But it's like, all right, well, let's pull up your curtain and see what you about. And you doing the same thirst trapping. It's wild. But I'm gonna get to some of y'all comments, open up some other dialogue on this topic. See where we get at with it. Uh know what that is. Um what's up? Is that my boy E Rich? E Rich, what's the deal, bro? I appreciate you, man. I'm glad you up in here. Back to back nights. This is a rarity for a live, but I'm here, y'all. Every woman thinks she's a celebrity. Yeah. Women think, well, social media has turned women into overnight celebrities. Obviously, not in the real world, but in their crazy mind, they are celebrities. That's why they act the way they act. You ever meet a woman in person and she's as obnoxious as the look on the snarl on her face? That's what it is. That's exactly what that is. They think they more than what they really are. And there's nothing wrong with having confidence. I actually push that to have confidence in yourself because a lot of depressed people out here. There's a lot of self-deprecating people out here. There's a lot of people that's very self-conscious in a bad way about themselves. So there's nothing wrong with having some type of hierarchy about yourself. You gotta believe, but my goodness, is at a level that it shouldn't be at. It really shouldn't. There's a lot of comparisons. Yes, people compare themselves to everything and everybody. And then you got the crew that's living out their lives through somebody else's life. You know, they see somebody living a certain way on social media. They got to live that. They don't live that way full fledged, but they pretend. They pretend and they boast and they strive to be that for whatever reason. And it don't matter whether it's good or bad. It really don't. Only social media I have now is YouTube. Got rid of Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, Instagram. I feel you, bro. I feel you because I don't see how people don't realize it. And I know it's part of the culture with society, right? At this point. It's things that it's restaurants that you can only reserve, like you can only see their menu on Instagram, or you can only reserve a spot on Facebook. So it's part of life. It ain't like this small society that is just bringing bringing the world down in the shred. It's a real thing. It's part of it, right? I get that. But why is it so? Why is it so like? It's very desensitizing as well. We are desensitized at this point because of social media. Nothing really. I mean, whether it's death, whether it's crime, whether it's racism, nothing raises an eyebrow anymore because it's so out there. The way, and I ain't gonna say that's just social media. That is the times that we live in. That's not really. Social media has contributed to that as well, but that's more of a times thing where we are desensitized on the all-time level, and is bad. You know, it really is. Power moves in silence. Facts. Facts. The things that people are putting out here and portraying as, if they really was that, it's something that you don't have to post. You don't have to post that you're about to make this move, take this flight, get this bag. If you really was getting it like that, that's nothing to document. It's not nothing to put out there. You know what I'm saying? We know that. If we talking about wealth, real wealthy people move in silence. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that type of stuff. I don't even raise an eyebrow to because I know what it is. That part I just know. When people post things like not even achievements because that's different. I'm talking about superficial and materialistic stuff. If you really was about that and this is really a thing, it should be nothing to be posted. So that's just common knowledge. Okay, bro, you off for the weekend? That's what's up. I had to work this weekend, but the influencers all have nasty attitudes and always pride themselves blocking people even through. Yeah. Well, you have influencers out here that start out modest. They start out as these modest creatures, because I follow some of them too as well. I'm not one of them people that think, oh, I got some subscribers, so I don't have to follow nobody. No, I follow YouTubers a whole lot, and if you follow they path, they journey, they started out so modest and so down to earth and so humble, and as time go on, they get a larger and larger following. They go from humble to my shit don't stink to you're not worthy, I'm better than type of thing, and that's with a lot of them. So we speaking to like influencers or content creators, I feel you on that because that is a thing where people let the fame, I put that in quotes because it ain't real fame. I mean, if we being real, but the somewhat celebrity gets to them, and then they all of a sudden look they nose down on others. That is a thing too. With like, if we talk about the influencer content creator realm, yes, that's a thing as well. But just in the whole, fellas and ladies, it's a bad joint. And I know I say, well, why not? Why people ain't talking about it more? People are talking about it, but I don't think people really standing on it. People will sit there and say the same thing I say. Social media is this, social media is that, and they're on it. And I get it. It's one of them things that is very, it's like repetition. It's like your everyday life. So it's damn near like brushing your teeth and washing your face. And we're not talking about the people that get on these platforms just to see. I know people that just scroll through here and there. It's the people that is very highly influenced by it, and every walk, every day, every move they make is up on there, and it's not even from a content creator landscape. It's from a I want to be seen, and I want people to think I'm happy, and I want people to think I have more than what I really do, and I want people to think my kids are this, and I want people to think I make that, and I live this way, and I'm that type of stuff. That stuff is, and whether it's real or not, because some people are really living what they posting. I do believe that it ain't all lies. Some people are really living this way, but it's like you don't see what type of detriment it is bringing, and the demonic behavior that comes from it, and the self sabotage ways that it could affect some people. Um, That's why I believe at this point, if my wish was to come true and social media was to be gone, while I'll be happy and a lot other people will be happy, it's going to be a lot of people that don't even know what to do. It's going to be the demise of a lot of people because it is an everyday regimen for some people, especially the people of a younger age, that grew up in this culture and society. What you think I believe it's going to be a lot of mental health breakdowns, and I'm saying going to be like it's happening. It'll never. I ain't gonna say never, but y'all know what I mean. I don't believe social media is going anywhere. Let me just say that from the rip. But it's if it was to happen, just like I'm standing here saying I would be happy, I would be like, say, okay, society gonna get a little bit better day by day. It's also gonna be the gloomy side of that where it's gonna be people that don't know who they are, that's gonna have identity crisis. They ain't gonna know how to cope, or so it is some bad to that. But like I said, at the end of the day, I don't believe it's going anywhere. It's kind of wishful thinking on my part, if I'm being real, you know. Um, but it is one of them Jones that if we really sit back and think about it and take our personal lives out of it, because what people do is they think of them and they be like, well, I'm not a detriment to social media. It ain't that deep for me. So where's he coming? No, when you really think about it on the whole, social media has been more bad than good. Is straight up. It is not one of them things you gotta. Actually, it's not even one of them things you gotta think real hard about. If you ask me, I mean, especially if you're of a certain age that been there and done it before social media. If you've been around, before social media. I would say more the younger people won't understand it more. I'm gonna say if you under 30, under 28, I'm gonna say you this won't be nothing. You'd be like, wait a minute, what is he talking about? But if you pretty much 28, 30 and up, there's no way you don't see what's happening. And the switch in people. People can't be people. People aren't joyous. They acting like they joyous, but they faking it. People aren't humble. People aren't themselves. People like it's just one of them things. And if you know, you know. But it's like at this point, wow, you know. What else we got? You see how influencers appear on social media. It's like it's draining the life. Yeah, I see that. That Chase. So, yeah, yeah, I see that Chase. I mean, it's bad. No matter how you cut it. No matter how you cut it. Now, I'm gonna say this, y'all, because I've been rambling on about all this disdain and dysfunction. Social media has brought some good. Obviously, it's putting money in people's pockets. It has gotten people discovered that wouldn't even got a shot without social media. The entertainers of the light, the um, the entrepreneurs, the chefs, the does it bring entertainment value in a humor way and things of that nature. I ain't gonna say it's been all bad, you know, just to get my point across. I'm not just gonna say all the bad and just gloss over the good. It's been good as well, but it's not even close to the dysfunction that it has brought and the norms that we have cultivated and said, okay, this is normal now. This is normal now because this is, like, so I'm not going to gloss over that either. But what y'all think about my stance on that? To those of you that's in here, I appreciate y'all. It was short notice. I didn't think I was going live tonight, but I'm here. So, but the most disappointment is within the culture for us guys, because we could be so naive, but at the same time be hypocrites and succumb to the things that we're against. And like I said, I touched on it a little before. We say the right stuff, but do we always do the right thing, or do we always stand on what we stand on, or what we portray we stand on? And the answer to that is obviously no. I can't see me, talking all this talk, and then as soon as I end this live, going on Instagram to see IG models twerk like it's blasphemy. And I'm a man. I like a nice fat ass like anybody else, and I love a nice twerk. But you either for it or against it, and I'm head and shoulders against it. I am, because the same thing that we say is fucking up the culture and fucking up society, I'm not going to succumb to it and be a part of it. I'm not. I'm not giving no no random no random slut in Detroit my attention or my validation. Because that's what they are. They not influencers. They call themselves influencers. What did you influencing? By shaking your ass in the camera. You feel me? It's not one of them things. I don't condone that at all. I don't subscribe to it either. But I digress. Because at the end of the day, we are men and we do have weaknesses, like I said, and we do have temptations and urges. So the mental part of it, I ain't gonna say no. I don't understand it at all. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I understand it. But the mental part of it, I do. I see it, and I know where it comes from. I know what tiny place in us it comes from. But I'm just on a different level with it. I don't, you know. Oh wow, I didn't even know it was a. Did y'all realize there's a game on? I'm watching TV. The Lakers and the Celtics. I forgot all about that. The NBA is watered down too, but that's another story. This video would go totally left if I talked about that. Um, but yeah, what it is, fellas. If I could talk to my guys, we gotta stand for something. We gotta stand for something and really mean it. Let's not overindulge in this demonic lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do what we do. We gonna lust after things and all. But I'm not with most of this stuff is just a lot of nonsense. It is. There's a lot of nonsense going on in the world, and I don't know. Unique said, "Stand for nothing and fall for anything." Mm, how about it? Strong words, Unique. I couldn't have said it better. Yeah, we gotta stand for something, man. There's nothing wrong with doing what you do with your significant other, and y'all do what y'all do, grown up or whatever. We all grown. But I ain't with these times, man. I'm not with the norms that people just put on the pedestal and act like it's okay or it's supposed to be that way. Social media started that shit because there's so much demonic, distasteful stuff on there. That's what I'm getting at, y'all. The quality, the stuff, the things that's being pushed. Go in there right now. What's the first thing y'all gonna see? It's probably not gonna be nothing informative. It's not gonna be nothing that's gonna be beneficial to your mind or your brain. It is not. It's gonna be a bunch of garbage. We know what's on there, and you ain't cheating if you ain't trying. I can't get on social media and talk shit and every day my business still walk down the street in peace. Mm, who that? Oh, what's up, bro? I'm starting to get used to y'all names, especially a lot of the ones that be in the live chats. I appreciate y'all for being here. I really do. But yeah, it's a bad joint. I know there's a few people in here. How many of y'all are, I get that most of y'all probably is against social media. How many of y'all want to do away with social media? Meaning the TikToks, the Instagrams, the Facebooks, and the Twitters. Because that's a strong statement, you know. And I know I'm probably on that soapbox with just a few people that actually want to do away with it. Some people ain't that deep into it where they want to actually do away with it, but I do. I think it's time to get back to the basics and allow people to be people because we headed towards being robots and being so one track minded and so status quo that it's going to be crazy years down the road. It has its needs. Yeah. I think it's going to be crazy down the road, y'all. Because think about it. Social media was plaguing society on a lower level, what, 10 years ago? It was messing with society a little bit, but not at this level. So what that mean? What do that tell you? It's getting worse. It's getting worse. Look at the young people, y'all. Salute, bro. Look at the young people. Look at where their minds are. You go online, you look at a graduation ceremony for high schoolers, and you got young women twerking with cap and gowns on. Some people can say that's just the times, that's music, that's pop culture. No, that's social media because it looked good on somebody else's page. So now I'm a twerk at my graduation too, with a cap and gown on. It's bullshit. People don't look at the small things. They just say, "Oh, people just having to do a good time. They celebrating." And I know I'm from a different era, and I might sound old as dirt right now, but I'm only 41 years old. I just happen to know some things is just too much. I would be ashamed if my daughter, and I got a daughter that's going to be graduating soon. I would be ashamed. I wouldn't smile at her. I wouldn't say she having a good time. I wouldn't say she just being a child, leave her alone. I would be disgraced if my daughter stuck her tongue out, bent over with a cap and gown on at a graduation ceremony. I wouldn't be proud to be her dad. But you got grown ass men saying, it's her day and all that. People sound so ignorant and so dumb sometimes. It's almost pathetic. It's stuff like that that bothers me. The small things that people just say, oh, it's just kids being kids. Or she got the right to turn up. That girl going to college. That's the problem. That's part of the problem. People don't equate those things. College and twerking. Yeah, those things sound good together. You know. And then there's always hate when you speak the truth. I mean, where's the hate? It's just real. I talked about this one where you got low level. Well, I ain't gonna say low level. You got rappers and entertainers that are like doing hard years in prison, and they come home to courtside seats at Knicks games and football games, and they post this stuff on the internet. While men of a certain age that been through that life might know what that mean. You home, your folks happy to see you. It is what it is. It might not be that to your average 19-year-old. He might think he gonna do a bid too and come home to loves and hugs and kisses and chains and bags full of money and courtside seats and 50-yard line tickets. People post anything and not know what the repercussions could be because the world is seeing this. It ain't a bunch of grown ass men that been there and done that watching this. This is also young men watching that. So it's on all the courts. It's on all the courts. But we sit back, you hating if you speak on it. Why you hating on that man? Why you hating on that girl? You gotta be a hater. It's her day. She should be able people should be able to do what they want. That man did 20 years in prison for a heinous crime. Just because he's coming home to warm hugs, handshakes, bags full of money, gold chains, and floor side seats, that's not a bad look. While it ain't a crime, who's seeing this? There's young, impressionable men out there seeing that. And they might think prison is cool just from that post alone. That's facts. That is fact. I don't care how people try to rationalize it or say, I know what it is because I'm a 40-something-year-old man that know how it go. But I'm pretty sure that 17, 18-year-old don't know how it go. So in his eyes, it look cool. Man, I could do a heinous crime, sit for years, and come home to nothing but hugs, kisses, handshakes, money, fame, clout. No, it don't work like that for everybody. It don't work like that for everybody. But, you know, that's another thing that it promotes. People just put anything up there and they don't know that it could send the wrong picture, the wrong outlook to the wrong person. I don't know, y'all. It's one of them things. What's up, Andre? Appreciate you. I'm glad you up in here. Yeah, it's a hookup thing with it too because um that's pretty much social media ain't nothing but a big dating app at the end of the day. Obviously some thirst trapping going on. There's some look at me going on. But it's that's how most people are mingling on social media. And that's why people are so inclined to be the best possible way they can portray to be because I got potential suitors looking at this. I can show no weakness on this. This platform is for me to shine. This platform is to make me look totally different from what I really am. You know, so when you put that into it, that's why everybody is up on their high horse on it. They not showing the lowlights. They just showing the highlights. Because my future wifey going to see this. My future husband is on here. So I need him to see all the great things I'm about, even though I'm not really about none of these great things I portray. I need, you know, my potential suitors to see this because it's a big ass dating site at this point. And that part surprised me. I never knew social media was going to turn into a dating app, but I'm hearing that as well. And hookups and flings and sliding the DMs and all types of nonsense. It's nonsense. It really is. He said they get more credit getting out of jail than someone who had to work for a hustle. Right, right. Yeah, they pedestalize these guys. They pedestalize the guy that did 15 hard years in prison, but the boy that just worked at his craft and did it the right way and didn't take no shortcuts, that guy's the square. Or he lame for doing it the right way and not taking those same shortcuts or whatever. My main problem with that one was it's just it sends off the wrong signal to young people. That was my biggest thing with that. Cause I get when you do a long bid. Listen, I got homies that done long bids and came home, and I ain't gonna lie, we turned up. It wasn't posted on social media. Social media wasn't that big of a thing then, but you know what I mean. It was, or at least I didn't know if it was posted on social. I didn't post it on social media. I don't know what other people do. Y'all know, but my thing is, I get that when you do whatever you do and you come home, there's people welcoming you back in open arms. That's just the human element of it. Your folks is happy to see you. There's nothing wrong with that. But my problem was more of the sort with the whole. Here we are at the Jets game. Here we are at the Knicks game. Here I got these chains waiting for you. Oh, I got a briefcase or a Gucci bag full of money. It's the whole culture and the whole outlook. And my thing is that sends off the wrong signal to young men. That's why these young men ain't in their mind ain't scared to do a bid until they get there and see what it's really about. Because jailbirds get praised. Jailbirds get praised and they get posted on social media for the world to see. You know what I'm saying? That's the part of it that it rubs me in the wrong way because it's like, yo, that's why these young boys out here want to be career criminals. I ain't gonna say that's the only reason why, but that contribute to it. Cause it's cool if you a gangster. What these guys should be going out here saying is that shit ain't cool at all because the things that happen when you up in there is nothing cool about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what should be. And I'm sure, I know there's OGs out here, preaching that, but it ain't preached enough. That's all I'm saying. But we just got to get with it and know what it is and be real about it and stop turning a naked eye to it, acting like it's not a problem. To some, it's probably not a problem. Those people are got their own way of thinking. And to some of y'all, it might not be that big of a problem. But I hear a lot of people complain about social media, but they the same ones contributing to it. And the same ones putting nonsense up there. And the same ones gaslighting others and validating others and all types of stuff. I ain't with that. Like I already know from the rip I'm a different type of cat. And I get that. I don't think I'm that different. I think a lot of people do think on the lines that I think. They might not just feel as strongly as I do. So I ain't gonna sit here and act like I'm so different, but I get for the most part I'm a different type of cat. But some things is just you be like, wait, this is what we doing? It's confusing almost. And that's where the robot mentality come from, because so many people just condone and just say okay to things that is not cool on no level. Like I'll be like, y'all with this too? It's like that. It's to that point where I'm like, wait, people they abide by this shit, or the logic of thinking of everything you say. If you don't agree with something, you hating. That is a pet peeve. I be like, I don't even know these people. How can I be hating on them? I'm just saying it don't. It's not a good look. You can't disagree with something or call something out without be called a hater. Like the thing I said about the young girl that was twerking at the graduation. How can I dare hate on an 18-year-old child? My daughter is that age. I don't like. I'm not hating on the look. I'm just saying it's not a good look. Her parents should be ashamed of her instead of clapping and smiling in the in the seats, I would be highly upset with that because the way to conduct yourself. Save that twerking shit for later on when you with your friends when y'all turning up or doing whatever y'all doing, not at a graduation ceremony with a cap and gown on. I'm like, is I'm missing something here? I'm not no holier than thou, dude. I got a straight line of thinking. So it ain't that I'm so righteous or I'm God fearing. It's just like it's the human element of it. I thought that's not supposed to be a thing. But it's like the times now, everything has to be a turn up. Everything has to be a show. Everything has to be turned into something nasty or provocative, even with young people, while they parents sitting right there. What is that called? Like that's all I'm saying. The fuck? I'd be like, yo, we robots, y'all. We are robots. We are trained to all think alike, agree on the same things, and have the same outlooks. That's what it's getting to. That's what it's getting to. Let me get back to y'all comments. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. We having to see this. Okay. What was the last comment? Okay. Damn, y'all been all right. Here we go. You're getting more credit. Nope. I'm getting there, y'all. Hold on. Bear with me. This damn app. Modern women are living in homes with their mothers, driving cars about time. Yeah, suffering. Talked about that a little minute ago. The guys that's doing, righteous things and trying to live a somewhat decent life, they not pushed. It's the boy with the rocks in his pockets that get pushed. It's that bull. Uh, they want to make hardworking people look boring. It look like squares. Yup, living the fast life. Yeah, the fast life is the only life to live. You're born if you don't have some type of extracurriculars with you, if y'all know what I mean. You got to have some type of extra theatrical type of thing with you to be labeled somebody. And we kind of talked about that a little bit yesterday to the people that missed yesterday's live. If you're a 9 to 5 or regular person, we ain't even just gonna put this on the gender. If you're just a regular, you're not a thing. You have to be a character within yourself. You have to create an alter ego. You just got to. At this point, you got to create an avatar of yourself, and people will embrace that. Be known for something. Be known for being demonic. Be known for being a mean girl. Be known for being a harsh person. Be known for being a slut. Be known to be a drug dealer. Be known to. You got to have another element to you besides the everyday life you. And then it's like now you're accepted. I believe in that too. I believe in that too, y'all. Uh, I get what you mean. Feeling bad for someone getting. Yeah, and it ain't even the whole, like I said, to touch on that point, the getting out of prison part. I get it. I get getting out of prison, doing your time, being somewhat hopefully reformed, because I do believe in reform. I do. I believe in doing the crime, paying your time, and having a better outlook when you get out. I do believe in that. I've seen it too much. I can attest to it, my damn self. I'm talking about what was pushed and what showed. If I'm that guy that's getting out and getting all them things, yeah, I'm going to want the camaraderie and the open arms and the love. But me knowing what I know about the culture, and social media, I'd be like, let's not post all this. Let's not like, all right, y'all can. I'll take the football tickets. I appreciate the bag, the money, the love, the support. But we don't gotta post all this. I don't want to be known for to be the boy that get out of jail and get all this love, because this don't really happen to a regular bull. A regular bull that get out, he gonna have a cousin and a mom and a sister there waiting for him outside them gates and giving them love. But it ain't gonna be a whole bunch of money and chains and stuff. It's not for your average boy that's getting out. So let's not push this, because the wrong people might see this and they might think this is how it go. And we know damn well this ain't how it go for your average Joe. So let's not. That's my thing. I hate that people gotta post everything. I talked about this a while ago. Short story, but I ain't going. I'm gonna summarize it. Bull, young rapper. He wasn't even that young. I'm gonna give him like 30, early 30s, late 20s, somewhere in there. I guess he signed a little deal or whatever. Probably like a low budget rapper, because I didn't recognize him. But then again, a lot of these new rappers I don't even know. So whoever he was, he posted him giving his mom, I think it was like $200,000. He posted it. They in the mom house. He signed his contract to get whatever whatever the contract was. He handed over his mom a bag with 200,000 in it, saying he's gonna retire his mom. She don't have to work again. Very nice, endearing sentiment. Nothing wrong with it. I would love, when my mom was living, to give her that much money and tell her she don't have to work no more. Why do everything gotta be posted though? That seemed like the thing that you do with your loved ones, because there was a couple people in the house, and obviously somebody was recording with their phone, and everybody all smiling and sharing. Even if you did want to videotape it for your mom to look back on and for you to look back on, videotape it for yourself. That shit got posted all over the web. Why? I don't even want people to know my mom even got that much money. I don't want people to know I got that much money. It's like the things that we post for clout. Now, in the grand scheme of things, that was a great gesture to do for your mom. It was. I'm not the thought process wasn't wrong. The context was wrong. Because I'm not throwing no shade on that young brother that did that. He looked out for his folks, as he should. He want his mother to reap the benefits of his hard work. Nothing wrong with that. Why was it a thing on whatever? I don't know what it was on. I saw it on YouTube. It obviously was posted on something else and then sent to YouTube. More than likely Instagram. Why? I would never. What's the point? Who am I trying to impress? As long as my mom know, my folks all know, they all here. Who am I trying to show this to, that I'm blessing my mom with a bag? And I don't know. I don't know. And at the end of the day, like I said, that's not the end all be all. It's far worse on social media. I'm talking about the mindset of it, the things that we gotta validate. Look at what I'm doing. Or the people that give back to the community. Like another thing, great gesture. Why am I posting it? And I get some people got a brand to uphold. When you're a certain level of celebrity, you have a brand. So certain things is for that shock value and to support your brand. I'm not a dummy. I know how things work. But it's like, if you giving back, why do it have to be paparazzi there? Why I gotta be lights, camera, action? If I ever made it big, whether it's on YouTube or just in my regular life, I'm gonna be one of them guys that get back, but I don't want no cameras there. Now, whoever show up with their own camera on their own, I can't help that. But I'm not getting my own crew. Yo, y'all, make sure y'all capture this, because I'm actually doing something. No, as long as I know that I did it, and whoever that higher power is know. I don't need everybody to know that. Look at what I'm doing. I see it a lot, especially here in Philly. We got a lot of low budget and mid-level celebrities. And the first thing they do is post whatever they do righteous, got to get posted. And like I said, I do get some of it as far as a brand It's like this is going to help my image and all that shit. But it's like, what was you really doing it for? Was it to give back or was it to help your image? Was it to make it look like you holier than thou? Was it make did you really care when you did the turkey drive or when you did the this and that and when you gave out food to the community when food stamps was the people everybody got an agenda with them. And I get that everybody ain't gonna think like me. It don't make these people horrible people, but it goes back to social media that everything is lights, camera, action. It has to be pushed. It has to be showed. It has to, or it don't count. It's like if it's not posted, it don't matter as much, and that's what we have come to. If it's not pushed on social media in some type of capacity, it don't mean as much. You knowing and the people around you knowing ain't enough. The world have to know. All my followers gotta know I did this. If I was to do something today or tomorrow, y'all, that's righteous, I'm not putting it on here on YouTube. And I'm no big name at all. I'm a regular guy. I'm saying just I'm using myself. I'm not gonna say, look, y'all, look what I did for the community last week. Yeah, this your boy One Deep. Look what he doing down West Philly, giving back. I don't give a fuck if y'all know or not. I'm not looking for kudos here. I'm not looking for cool points, brownie points. I want to do something to make myself feel good. You know what I mean? I want to do something because it's the right thing. I know it sounds corny, but I guess I'm a corny ass nigga. I don't want to do something so people can like me more or say that he's decent because look, nah, the people that I'm giving it to gonna feel it and I'm gonna feel it. You feel me? Like I'm a simple being. I'm not with all this boasting and I need kudos for every little thing I do. And like I said, I get it because I'm different because I'm the type of guy, even though I'm here on YouTube, I don't like attention, y'all. Believe it or not. And I know that sounds like a hypocrite, but I really don't like attention. I just bring these videos to y'all because of the awareness. But I don't want a lot of people saying, look, yo, that's my man Deep. That's it. It ain't that deep. I appreciate it, but I don't want no kudos or pats on the head. For what? I'm not looking to validate my own damn self. Whoever don't like me, fine, I like me. And more people need to be like that. People are doing stuff to be liked. And it's like, as long as you like yourself, who cares about what other people like perceive? But we don't have enough people like that. There's not. There's not. That's how I know there's a lot of people out here that don't like themselves. That's another aspect of the social media influx because people are doing stuff because they don't like their real self. So it's being posted, it's being pushed, it's being captioned for a bunch of strangers that don't give a fuck about you approval. It's like I gotta get approved because the real me is a piece of shit. Or not even the real me is a piece of shit. The real me, I don't like that much. So if I do this, I get all the validations for strangers that will make me feel good. And I'm not even casting too many shadows on that because I think that's a real mental problem. That's a fucking problem. That's a mental thing. But I don't know. Um, I'm reading y'all comments again. Got locked up twice. Damn. 19 and 20 years old. Damn. Who that? Wait a minute. I'm trying to. Yeah, salute, bro. Um, yeah, I know about that halfway house stuff. But like I said, I believe in reform. Some guys do go to prison and learn their lesson and come out changed men. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. This ain't me bashing prisoners or bashing men that did time in jail at all. Like I would be a hypocrite for that one too. I'm just saying, the things that people, put up on the pedestal. Like we know that shit ain't all it's cracked up to be. Um, uh, yeah, listen, we around the same age, bro. And there's nothing wrong with earning an honest buck at all. There's nothing wrong with it. It actually makes you feel good when you know the other side of it. You know, when you know about looking over your shoulder or worrying about if this going to happen or that's going to happen. Earning money the honest way, it actually feels good, man. There's nothing wrong with it. Uh, Bear with me, y'all. I want to get to all these comments without running my mouth again, because I know I'm late to the party at this point. Let's see. We got peace. These particular individuals. That's facts. That's facts. I'm gonna touch on y'all stuff. I just want to read. I'm reading them as I go. I'm gonna touch on them. Uh, some people don't understand time and place. Will is that Willie? Will, yeah. There's a time and place for everything. Will, that's facts. That's what I was getting at with that one. Like it's nothing wrong with turning up when it's time to turn up. You feel me? We don't know. There's always a time to turn up. Like for most people, it's like every moment of life is a turn up. That is wild, especially when we talk about grown ass people. Discipline has turned into hate in today's point of view. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Agree. Nope. Took the words right out of my mouth. TX. Dignity has no place in today's society. Not at all. That would be negative as well. Agreed. Kudos on that one. Um, like society praise the worst out of individuals nowadays. Laziness, drunkenness, people. Yeah, man, I talk about that all the time. Bro, like the stuff that get pushed and the stuff that people praise and cheer for is that of the laziness and the darkness of people. If you how can I put it? If you have any type of righteousness to you, you are looked at as weak. You are looked at as an outcast. Where did we like how did we get this fucked up? Like how being a bum is decent. I really like how being a low life bum as a man or a woman is decent. Shit like that hurt my head, so I'm not going to even try to ponder that. Y'all know where I'm going with that one. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. There's people out here striving to be bums and like just want to bum it up and just be this horrible human being for what? Because it's pushed. Where we at? Social media doesn't allow individuality. Everyone makes selling shoes, coffee shops. Yeah, it has taken the originality out of people. Nobody's original. Nobody thinks for themselves. Nobody has a unique thought about nothing. It's just status quo. Whatever the masses go with, whatever popular opinion is, that's the way to be. And that's why I made that video, y'all. Like a few days ago. Like I feel like I don't belong here. Not in the grand scheme of things, not belonging here. My existence means something, but me being a part of this era, I'ma say is like don't belong. I don't belong in this shit. I know for sure. I've succumbed to that. Don't mean I want to, get my life over with or do nothing drastic to myself. I'm talking about just, in general speaking, I don't belong like here during this stuff that's happening now at all. I don't want to fit in with this shit. I don't. I want to be a part of this shit, and I'm not. But at the same time, it you think about it like why is it like this? I feel like nobody cares, not unless you're doing dumb shit. Facts. Being good is seen as evil, and being evil is seen as good. What's right is wrong, and what's wrong is right. To sum that one up, people seeing it. I think we all see it and we all acknowledge it. It's just like we trying to figure out how did it get this bad, and what is the common denominator. And to me, the common denominator is what we talked about, and what's the title of this video, this live. Social media has made it like that. Has social media been the only thing to make it like that? No. But it's the common denominator. It's the numero uno. There's other things that go into it, but I believe social media is that number one entity that is the reason why it's so bad. Try to be outside, treat people, judge people. People want to be alone now because they see where society is headed. That's why. It's like at this point, why be nice to people? Society ain't gonna give a shit. Not saying you being nice for kudos. You probably trying to be that nice person because of your mental, because it's the it's the moral thing to do, and it's just is the right thing to do. But at the end of the day, you get nothing for that. And I think that's why a lot of people has turned to leave. Not saying it's right, because I think you should always be that good person more than the contrary. But people are saying, what am I getting out of being respectful to people? What am I getting out of this? Society respects bad energy and bad juju. People gravitate towards people that don't give a fuck about them. If you show too much of a likeness for a person, you're weak. I really believe in that, actually. Like, that's like one of them things that I see too much where it's like, wow. So it's like, wait a minute. What am I doing all this righteous, nice shit for? It's not getting me nowhere. It's really not. Um, People have your phone number and try to hit them. But never. Uh huh. Talk about it, Andre. They yeah. People don't talk on the phone no more. The only people talk to on the phone is obviously females chat with their girlfriends on the phone nonstop all day, or they do it on social media. And people don't even interact with family anymore. People like the phone is only for social media and business and texting. My bad, I gotta add in texting. People text for days. People ain't having regular conversations on the phone anymore because about that shock value. It's for that instant. It's for that dopamine hit. It's for like make me feel this. Like nobody has a genuine connection anymore. Nothing is genuine about two people. We ain't even talking about man and woman a relationship here. We talking about male friends, female friends, family members, the whole landscape. Nobody talks. If your conversation lasts more than 2 minutes, it start getting weird. I'm not saying that. This is what people say. It's like, all right, we've been talking for too long. Unless it's about some drama or some chaos, those conversations could last a lifetime. But if it's just how you doing, how you been, that conversation ain't gonna last no longer than 2 minutes because now it's cringy. That's a problem. It wasn't like that before. Hit me up on IG. Hit me on IG. Like that's a thing. Don't contact me on my personal phone. Hit my IG. You didn't respond well to my picture, so I'm not answering your phone call. You didn't like my post, so you're an op now. This is things that people are saying, men and women. This is the lives people are living. Appreciate you, bro. Um, let's try to get through some of these. I'm single too. I feel like everything doesn't have to be posted up to. Yeah, every little thing don't have to be posted. It don't. Like some things I get. If you got a Facebook and all a TikTok, things like achievements in one's life, people want to post that. I guess I get it. I'm gonna say I guess. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I fully get that either. But I'm a maverick. I'm my own entity. I'm different. So that part I'm gonna just chalk up to me being different. But the other stuff is like, why is this up there? The fuck? Who you like? Who is you? Who? What is this for? Oh no, it's my page. What do that mean? My page. You shopping at the grocery store had to get posted? It's for my story. What the fuck are you talking about? See, I'm that guy. I'm that guy that would say that to a person, to my woman, to anybody. I wouldn't understand it. You picking up groceries at the grocery store had to get posted. Yeah, well, it's my page. Is my what that's what I'm talking about. And that's another reason why earlier, y'all, if the ones that wasn't in here, I said men definitely shouldn't really be on social media like that. Like we shouldn't be like Instagram sensations. We shouldn't be. Unless you bring us, if you're a content creator, obviously, but you're bringing something to that platform. I'm talking about, let me get this, let me like make this clear. I'm talking about regular 9 to 5 guys, or even if you're not a 9 to 5 guy, you know what I mean. Regular guys that go on Instagram all day and scroll like bitches. That shouldn't be a thing. Like that shouldn't be a thing for guys. I'm keeping it a buck. And we talking about the IGs, the Instagrams, the Facebooks, and if it's for educational purposes or research or like I said, if you're bringing something to it, or like y'all know what I mean, it's hard to really explain. I don't get men that be like saying the gram was popping today. I don't get them type of guys. And we talk about guys with receding hairlines and salt and pepper hair. They're old as me, or if not older, and they talk about TikTok like it's a thing. What, we didn't grow up in this. I get that it's a thing now, but for you to be talking about it like it's a part of your life is cringy. Yo, the gram was popping earlier, yo. It was I'll be like, what? If you want to sit your old ass down somewhere, what are you talking about? Like, it's one thing for these young boys. What are you talking about, bro? Oh no, it's the TikTok is different. It's some shit that just will never be a thing that I'm going to understand. I don't care what the times say. I will never understand that from a 45-year-old man, ever. Because you should know better. You ain't grow up in this shit. So for you to cultivate it on this level, the gram was popping. What the fuck is, like, you know what I mean? I'll be like, yo, y'all niggas is sick. People pleasing kills your soul. Research is important topics for a long time, and most everyone think I'm dumb and crazy because I think for myself. Yeah, yeah, you're foolish if you think for yourself. Well, William, ain't that crazy? You don't have others think for you. You don't let others think for you. So you're something is wrong with you. That's pretty much what the life we live in. People got to think for you to be like like. I don't get it. I don't get it, and I never will. It's a weird time we living in. It's a weird time. This stuff is just is too far at this point. That's why you got men out here wearing pocketbooks and stuff because they go on social media, or they don't have to go on social media. They can turn on their TV and see this, and they see all the athletes wearing them. They see Rick Fat Ross, nasty fat ass, wearing them. And I ain't just going to point at him because there's a lot of rappers. I just use him because he's the most recent guy I saw modeling a motherfucking pocketbook and making that shit sound cool and all that. But there's a lot of these rappers and athletes and celebrities just in general, and people gravitate towards that because it's on the web. So social media say it's cool, it must be. And the pocketbook community has blown up. Some of y'all know how I feel about that. That's another thing that ain't cool at all. But it is what it is, right? It's the times. Nothing wrong with a man wearing a full blown pocketbook at all. Nothing wrong with it. Um, Now who's that? Chase. I'm not familiar with that name. To keep it all the way funky, or maybe I'm reading it wrong. But there's a lot of sellouts out here, William, and they make us look stupid. Like they do, there's things out here too um intentionally make us look naive, stupid, and ignorant, and we just gravitate towards it. It's okay. It's everybody else doing it, and it must be cool because my favorite basketball player doing it, my favorite rappers doing it, and all these trashy ass artists and female artists is out here saying the most. It's just pushed the the verbiage on the way people speak. And don't get it fucked up. We all, well, I ain't gonna say we all. I use Ebonics, so I'm not calling nobody stupid for speaking a certain way because I use Ebonics. My grammar ain't the best. Um, I use pronouns when I should have used noun. I'm not talking about on no intellect. I'm talking about the ignorant part of it, the ignorance with the lingo and talking all nasty for every single sentence you say is some nasty shit. That's what they push it to our young women to make them be ignorant as well. And that's more a society thing, but it also ties in with social media. I mean, like I said, we all talk a little street or with ebonics or whatever. That's not the thing, because that's just coming up and just how you carry it. There's nothing wrong with that. But they got people talking like they fucking sellers on a boat somewhere, and every second word is a profanity, an obscenity, and something nasty. Everything is turned into something sexual, uh, and they don't think our young women is going to talk like that, and they talk like it. They pick that shit up too. Everything is over sexualized. Yeah, the desensitization. That's what I'm saying. I talked about that a little bit earlier, Andre. It's at this point it's at the point of no return unless something drastic change on that front. Cause the innocence is gone from our children. And when I'm talking about fuck the teenagers, I'm talking about our young children. 12-year-olds know about stuff already. 11-year-olds know how to cuss better than me. I know some 11-year-old boys that can carry it better than me on their verbiage with using profanity. And they know about these sexual explicit thoughts and mindsets and things. That's crazy. And I know I sound like the old head in the room, but I mean, ain't it what's right is right and wrong is wrong, right? I mean, just because what I'm saying ain't the most popular thing is like, do that make me wrong? Like, where's the lie that I'm telling? As soon as you say something of importance, it's like you doing too much or you hate. Like, where's the hate at? Because I'm saying our young people has no innocence anymore. How am I hating for that? Not saying that y'all saying it. Y'all know what I mean. People in general say you hating if you say something that popular belief don't agree with, or popular opinion don't condone, or people believe it but they just don't want to say it. Why? Why is that me doing too much or hating? Like that shit. Some shit is just wrong, and you call it on the carpet, and it's like, okay, how do we fix it? Instead of pointing the finger at who said what, let's talk about the topic because it is wrong. You know, the young people are being led astray for obvious reasons. I'm not just going to put that on social media. There's a lot of reasons our young people are being led down the dark path, male and female. They are. And then we scratching our heads wondering why they turned out this way. Or where did they go wrong at? No, it's all over. You know? And some things is just somewhat out of your control because it is the way of the times. But you got to counteract that with positive reinforcement. They seen enough bullshit as it is on their phones. So when they see bullshit on their phones, but then mommy and daddy or mommy or whoever they live with is part of that life, it really looks right. Because your average kid ain't stupid of a certain age, I'm going to say. Like your average young teenager ain't stupid. They kind of know that this is just, some of them take it seriously. I ain't going to lie. Like some people, young people and old people for that matter, we just talked about it, take what they see on their phones very serious. But then there's a group that know, like, all right, this is a thing. This is a luxury. This is a entertainment purpose. But then when they see mommy and daddy doing the same thing that we see on our phones, then there must be some realness to it. That's where the disconnect comes because they see it in real life and on in their phone. That's where we fail our children. And hey, listen, I'm not daddy of the year. So I wouldn't dare tell nobody how to raise their kids. I'm just saying, like, people don't think about it on that level. What about being positive? Being that little bit of positivity in that child's life. Because they seeing all demonic stuff all day. So You bring fulfillment, enjoyment, and things to a positive scope when you're around that child. Why not be like that? Because they're getting enough negativity on social media. Like they getting enough profanity, sex, and drugs and dysfunction on social media. So why be that person around them as well? The person that made them is acting like this too. So yeah, this ain't the facade at all. This is the real life. And these kids carry that sex because they like sponges. They absorb everything they see and everything around them. Especially if it's in the real world. It's bad. But let me see. Yeah, Yeah, it's evil, it's wicked out here. You know, it is bad, y'all. Bad times we living in. That's pretty much what I gotta get at. It is some bad times right now. Um, it's a programming for the young ones to act a certain type of way. Yup. Yo, listen, I don't know about where y'all live, but here in Philly, the kids are god awful. And I'm going to say it. They're god awful to the highest extreme. I had, because I usually don't ride public trans. But when I do, it's usually for like an appointment or when I got to go in town. That's the most time. Well, for me, the life I live is where I see young people is on like public transportation. They are awful. They are awful. It make you wonder why things, not saying it's right, because it's not, but it make you wonder why a lot of things are happening to these young people. It make you wonder why, because they are the worst of the worst. And I believe it is programmed for young people to act a certain way. I really do. Some of these kids is into stuff that they parents don't even realize. I mean, all types of stuff. And it's like, it's bad. It's bad. Only but so much. After a certain time, that people feel as though they could do. But if you know what I know, man, you gotta try to my fellas, because I know most of the women is, for the most part, is in their child's life, even whether it's as a good role model or not. Most women are around their children. To the fellas, man, we gotta be in our kids' lives as much as we can. And it ain't about money all the time. And it ain't even about being there all the time. It's about communication and just knowing, and them knowing you, and having a real um a real bond with you. They gotta know who you are. And I don't care how young or how old, but you want to be around for that. They need as much positive reinforcement and structure, because that's what we bring. Don't care what nobody else says. Men bring structure, and kids need that as much as they can. So that's just being real. Um, let's see. I know a person got 2K friends on Facebook, still lives. His dad house doesn't work. Drinks, smokes all day, every day. Damn. Damn, dad paid for the car, 41 years old, always. Yeah, you'd be surprised. It'd be the most popular people. It'd be the people with all the subscribers and the followers, and they be living below the barrel and all types of shit. That's why I don't like when people judge people off like follower count and subscribe. It's like, yo, that don't mean nothing. That don't make you because you got this many followers or like for YouTube subscribers, obviously. But we talk about Instagram and all that followers and this how many likes and all that. That don't make who you are. You are who you are. Popularity don't mean anything in the real world. It's who you are in real life, not how famous you are on the platform or how notable you are. That shit don't mean nothing. Hell, to counteract that, I know people on YouTube that got hundreds and thousands of subscribers that's pieces of shit. You know? So it's like people that's why I said social media is a detriment because people rank their life off of what they got going on social media as far as follower counts or likes or hearts and all that dumb shit that don't mean nothing. What about you as the person in the real world? What about that? What do that mean? That's what you need to be bragging about, not how many people follow your page. That shit don't mean nothing. Yeah, yeah, that's happening too. Oh yeah, I mean that goes without saying, Chase. There's a lot of that going on all over social media. There's a lot of pulling up and deletions and dropping locations and oh I see you on live, I see where you at, I could tell where you at, and all types of stuff happening. I don't get the guy that condones like let's take it to another step, y'all. Because I know the dialogue had went down because I wanted to catch up on y'all comments. I'm pretty much caught up. I don't understand the men that got these women that's heavily in social media. Follow me on this, because a woman gonna be a woman, and we know women for the most part are the head honchos and the ringleaders of social media. They love it with every fiber of their being. Most, I know women that like it, but they don't take it that serious. But your average woman, modern woman of today's times, no matter what age, for the most part, is in love with social media, whether it's TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, X, uh, uh, whatever it's called, right? Who is these men that's with these women, right? That allow certain stuff. Like, for instance, going out to dinner and she taking pictures of every goddamn thing. Who is the men that's sitting there with these bitches? Because here's the thing, and I get, let a woman be a woman. That's fine. But I don't think that goes on the line of being a woman. Taking pictures of every single thing, videotaping every single thing, everything we do, every move we make. Who are these weak ass men? Because maybe I'm different. If I dealt with a woman that was highly influenced by social media on that level, she wouldn't be my woman anymore. Or I'm going to say for much longer, because it would be an understanding had. And if my wishes wasn't met, it would be an exit stage left happening. We're not going to document every part of my life. Who is these men? Because they obviously, a lot of them are single, if we just being real. But a lot of them be married and got, who is these nut ass niggas that sit back while mommy does her thing? Or she doing her IG thing. Who is these guys that's allowing them to post their children every chance they get? They meal every chance they get? What cruise they on? What room we in? What position we did when we fucked last night? Who are the men that's sitting back while Victoria does this bullshit? I be wanting to know. I be wanting to know because call me what you want. I would never deal with a woman that's that highly into social media. I mean that highly. I know women gonna be on somewhat on the social media realm. I get that. That's fine. But the women that post every single thing, some of these guys be sitting right there smiling in the background. I don't get it. Men are supposed to be like we supposed to be more solid than that. Is it just me? Is I'm going too far with that, or is it just a thing where it's like it's a woman? Because I get it's a woman being a woman, and certain things you just gotta let women be women. As long as it ain't demeaning, as long as it ain't harming you, as long as it ain't disrespectful, you do have to let. There's a such thing as letting a woman be a woman. I do actually agree with that, especially when you in said relationship. I get it, but something like that where this could be detrimental to what we got going on. This could be bad for our safety. This could be we you showing too much or you just doing too much. I mean, maybe it's a stretch. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I know me. Could I deal with a woman that's into social media? Yes. Could I deal with a woman that's highly into social media? Hell no. Hell no. I can have a fling with a chick that's highly into social media. That's easy work. But I'm not wifing up or being with you on a real level if you that woman that post, tweet, like, share every fucking single thing on God's green earth. That shit would become nauseating. And I can't be the only guy that think like that. So I just wanted to see what y'all thought and figure out who is these men that sit back and show teeth to mommy doing her IG thing. Unless she's a real creator. Now, that's different. Now, yeah, I will say this, y'all. There's a caveat to that. If she's a real actual creator that brings something to IG and she has a real platform, not just a page, but a real platform, then I probably can, because this is kind of like mommy's hobby. This is her passion. This is what she do. That's different. I'm talking about these regular everyday bitches that post cups of noodles on Instagram. Look, y'all, this is my lunch for the day. Look, y'all, Byron Jr. just got a new bike. Look, y'all, I'm about to go to. What the fuck are you doing? You think I'm gonna sit with you for this shit? And I would be one of them type guys. And like I said, call me whatever you want, but I would not sit for that. That would be like nauseating. Like, what is you doing? Like, yo, put that fucking phone down. Like, you know, shit. You see what y'all got there. Yeah, that's one of them Jones that always somewhat grinding my gears. I'd be like, they would, hold up, she got a dude? You be thinking these be like single mothers and shit. That is so like, some of these women be having dudes, let alone husbands. I'm like, oh, he's smiling. Oh, he like this. Oh, okay. A lot of those women, hi, Jesus, attention and validation, social media, and that's the thing. That's the thing, bro. Like, that's another reason why it would bother me. Because what is this for at the end of the day? If it ain't about validation and attention, what is it for? So you need that much validation and attention. I shouldn't even be here. That's pretty much what I'm getting at. It ain't the fact that it's nerve wracking and it's like to the third degree, like nauseating. It's also, damn, babe, you need that much attention? What the fuck am I here for now? Because there's no way that this is just a thing you do. I'm talking about the women now. Let me make it clear here. I'm not talking about women that just post here and there or just caption here and there. I'm talking about damn near everything. Put it like this, they don't never go dry. They always got something up there. That type of woman. Them women shouldn't have like regular guys. Now they deserve simps, but I'm talking about regular guys that actually deal with them and live with them and see them on a regular basis. Real guys shouldn't go for that because this should be, wait, this what you do? Oh, you one of those? Yeah, this ain't gonna work out. Even if he'll announce it right there in the back of his head, all right, I'm gonna knock her off a couple more times. I'm not sitting for this for Instagram type shit. Oh hell no! I'm not sitting with like you got to show every fucking thing. Nah, I ain't partaking in this. It's one of them things where you don't want to be around something that you don't condone. I believe heavily in that. I'm not gonna be around something or smile something off that I'm not about. I just got too much pride when it come to that, and I don't think I'm better than nobody or nothing. But I always believed in that. I'm not gonna sit around something I know I'm not about. So for me to sit there and fake smile with a chick that's showing that Riri got new braces, that's bullshit to me. That's too much. You ODing. You're ODing. You're not showing Riri just graduated 5th grade. You're not showing that Tyler or Malik just got through middle school. That's an achievement in one's life that people's proud of. I get certain things. I'm talking about every little detail of one's life, and you just snapshotting your whole family, your whole existence all day, every day for a bunch of strangers. What man is really sitting for that? It's an honest question. Maybe some of y'all are into that. Keep it a buck. I just want to know the outlook on it. What's the line of thinking there? I don't want to be a part of that. And maybe it's a difference because some people are more private than others, and I am a private being to a certain extent. So, it's a caveat there. I will admit that, but it's just like some of that should be just OD. Because I be seeing videos on YouTube of that type stuff, and these don't be content creators. These be posts that random posts that people deal with, and it's like, wait, I saw the boy in the background. Wait a minute, he liked this shit. Wait a minute. Like, I ain't sitting there for that. I'll be like, what? No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing it. Let's see. Creeping on social media. Your woman putting herself out there. You got to let her go. Yeah. Yeah, like, who taking a woman like that serious? I don't tell anybody anything, but I suggest to you guys like not to deal with these highly influenced social media women because you set yourself up for failure. Any woman that's into social media that bad is not wifey material. I repeat, fellas, I know we're not on this topic, but y'all know I go different ways on these lives, but I gotta keep it real. I promise you, fellas, it's not a coincidence. It's not just a thing. It's not, oh, this is a certain type. It's different for each woman. No. When I say highly, is what I explained. That's what I mean by highly. A woman that is highly influenced by social media is no woman of yours. I don't care. And I don't mean that in the way where it's like she's a cheater or nothing. I just mean she has a mind state that should not be wifed. She could be loyal as loyal could be. She has a mind state, though, that should not be wifed. Because it's one thing for the infidelity. Let's say that's not a problem. Her mind frame is fucked up, just in general, to the point where y'all gonna bump heads is gonna be your demise anyway. So cut your losses while you ahead. Knock her off if she giving it up and leave her alone. And that's as real as I could be. I mean that. Because I just know that type of woman. I know what those type of women are. It's a mind thing, fellas. Because I don't believe all women that's highly into social media are whores. I would be irresponsible to say that. I don't believe that. There's a good chance that some of them are whores, but it ain't automatically make them sluts. I will admit to that. But it take a certain type of woman to be that into it. A woman that posts all day, a woman that's scrolling all day. I'm just telling y'all what I know. Those women should not be taken serious on no level. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Usually those women settle for simps or settle for nonsensical men because real men not going to deal with them. Or they just be for the streets because nobody going to deal with them. They just be like, all right, I'd rather just be a whore. Those type of women do not last long around real men. And I just gotta keep it real about that because it takes a certain type of woman to be into that stuff on that level. On that level. Not to be in it in general, because all women, if I'm being real, I think has some type of connection with social media. It's a thing with them. Women tend to be a little more catty. Women tend to be a little more gossipy. Women tend to be a little more nosy. So those things go with social media. I want to see the tea. I want to hear what happened. I would have got, oh, what happened on this? Or what did he do with that's women in a nutshell. So I'm not bashing them for that. But to be highly influenced, to be on there heavily, you don't want to court and vet that type of woman. I'm just letting you know. You don't want to get to know that type of woman on the strong level. If she giving you some yams real quick, cool. Stick around for that. And that's about all you should be sticking around. That's all that should be up for discussion. Once you see, like, if you see those traits, like, oh, she one of those. Damn, our first date, the first thing she did was take a snapshot of the door. Oh shit, that's the first red flag. And then you start seeing more and more. She's showing you who she is. Just know it's all about sex, and that's it. It shouldn't be I'm gonna make her something, because you set yourself up for some bullshit, bro. Now let's look. Uh, where we at? Where we at, y'all? Where we at? Seeking some. Yeah. Most definitely. Yeah, it's something that got something to do with self-esteem. I believe that it's yeah. You know what? That's a good point. Low self-esteem women, because women will sit there and act like they shit don't stink. We know they've been doing that for years. But if you're a woman that got things going for you, you don't even have time for all that social media. And not saying you gotta have things going for you on the high level. I'm just saying you just comfortable in your own skin. You got children. You have things you're doing. It shouldn't be a whole lot of posting going on if you're so much like it should be. Yeah, it's something with that too. Yeah, I believe in that. Low self-esteem women are the women that post all day, obviously, but they obviously seek validation. So that's what help they self-esteem. That's what they go to for helping their self-esteem, getting those hearts and stuff. And do you like this and do you like that? Shit, that's a real thing. Even though it's temporary help, it's help nonetheless. Not all women. Yeah, of course. It's not all. It's never all. Uh, who else? Patrick, what's the deal, bro? These 304s are getting through. Women who are followers are not leaders. Yeah. Most women are followers, though, Patrick. Women follow. And you know what? I will say this, and it's going to come off as sexist or whatever, but I don't care. It's actually true. I believe women should follow men. I have a problem with women following other women. You know, they the real ones that's not leaders at all. I think, well, not random men. I'm saying women should follow they man. If a woman got a man, she should follow him. There's nothing wrong with that, because I think that's just a natural thing. But women that follow other women are like exactly what you said, bro. So yeah, ditto on that one. I feel the same way. You know, it's like one of them things. You know, women follow other women. That shit is just like wow. You know, and they feel as though they doing it because women have their best interests and women understand them, and women will understand other women more. That's just natural. But to follow, I mean, you got women out here living their life out through other women. I know women that want to be like other women when they grow up, and they already grown up. If that makes sense, it's like, damn, you showing you want to be like that when you grow up. Like, it's one of them things, though. Definitely shouldn't follow toxicity at all. But that's what they follow because that's what's down. That's what's decent. Being toxic, being a demon, being a bad girl, a mean girl, and being a slut is decent. I said this on a recent video, y'all. I know we talk about those topics a lot, but I will say this. For the most part, we shouldn't be surprised that women show these traits. I'm gonna say we shouldn't be too surprised that they show these 3 or 4 traits because I know a lot of men scratch their head with the way certain women act. The way certain women act, they be like, guys scratch their head like, yo, I don't believe she acting like this. Do she realize she giving off 3 or 4 energy? Do she realize I'm looking at her in a certain light? The way she talking, the way she carry herself. I'm gonna fill y'all in on a little secret. Yeah, she know that you judging her and looking at her a certain way. Here's the thing. It's cool to be a slut. So if she like you on a certain level, just a regular modest level, she might show that slut card because it's like, I like him, but I don't like him enough. If he think of me of a certain way, oh well. But they know it's cool, so they like, okay. In their eyes, they like, maybe he'll like me more or think of me better more because it's cool to be a slut. In their eyes, we know it ain't cool to be sluts, but women think that, you know? It's a bunch of BS. So sometimes we can't always scratch our heads with certain things what these women do because they're so nonsensical. They think it's okay to be a whore because it is pushed and pedestalized. It really is. That Cardi B syndrome. Oh man, undercover freaks. Yeah, it's one of them things. We know how it go. Yeah, but I don't know, y'all. It's just wow. It's wild, wild, wild. It's the wild, wild west out here. But I think at the end of the day, good will prevail overall. At least I hope. Morally and just overall for people's sanity, we still got to carry it the way we carry it without being swayed otherwise. Because it's so easy to fall victim to this demonic ass culture. It's so easy for all of us. I'm sure all of y'all can turn a leaf right now if y'all wanted to and become whatever, you know. But it's wild. It is wild. But we definitely spent 2 hours plus in here. We're gonna rock out for a little more longer. Y'all get y'all last words in or thoughts. I will read them. And most definitely, Patrick, I appreciate you too. Um, yeah, we got to. But yeah, we're gonna be wrapping this up in the next 5 or so minutes. So I always like to give heads up so y'all know I don't like to just end abruptly. But we definitely been in here for 2 hours plus, and I appreciate y'all. I really do. Dating in 2026 is one of many few. Dating in 20 dating in 2026 is a chore within itself. It is so hard. It is just something that a lot of people can't fathom, and I don't blame them because it is so difficult. So difficult to get to know somebody, and even if that part ain't difficult, once you get to know them, is it gonna be something you like? More than likely not. More than likely not. Oh yeah, most definitely. I appreciate you. Yeah. This one we didn't know. We didn't know that this one was going to happen. Well, I didn't know. And I said, you know what? Might as well. But it was definitely a good conversational topic. We touched on a lot. And I appreciate y'all for being in here with your boy, man. I really do. We're gonna let it go a little more longer. We're gonna go up to a few more minutes, but I do got a video coming out tomorrow that I want all of y'all to try to watch tomorrow afternoon at 1:15, and that's Eastern time. So set your clocks, and it's a good one. And we just gonna keep it moving, keep it going. I appreciate you, Andre, and get used to more of these lives. I know I ain't do the last few lives have been faceless, but I will be doing a live, a 4K live real soon. I'll let y'all know. Now, who knows? We might be getting another surprise live sometime in the near future. Depending on how it go. We got some weather over here on the East Coast, so I don't know what it's going to be like. I know they closing schools here in Philly tomorrow. I don't know if people working. That's one of them things. So who knows? Your boy might be snowed in. Might get another live tomorrow if there's no work. We'll see. But I do appreciate all of y'all. Each and every last one of y'all. Unique, I appreciate you. And I'm going to see y'all real soon. Don't forget, video drop tomorrow at 1:15. Until the next time, I see y'all in the next one. Your boy's out.